Our topic today, ya ikhwan, it's a beautiful hadith. It's another miracle of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. موعدنا لليوم, we have appointment today with another miracle of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, with a story, with a hadith that we will benefit a lot of it, a lot of information in this hadith. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He created human being, He chose the best mankind to be the final prophet, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And then He chose the best men to be companion to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, وهم الصحابة. And then التابعين وتابع تابعين إن شاء الله ومن تبعهم إلى يوم الدين, and whoever follow Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam until the day of judgment. But our story today with the master of the tabi'een, the master of the tabi'een, Sayyid al-Tabi'een, Owais ibn Amir. He was in the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He lived the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, but he didn't take the title of the Sahaba because he didn't see Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was sitting with the Sahaba and he said, time will come, and this is the miracle of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. The time will come, that a man will come from the Tabi'een, and he will come with a waft, with the Yemen, from Ahl al-Yemen, from Qarn. And then he pointed to Umar and he said to him, Ya Umar, if you met him, let him make istighfar for you, Ya Umar. Why? لو أقسم على الله لأبره, because if he asks Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He will grant him anything. And he has sickness in the disease, sickness in his skin. It's a disease that Allah cure him from it, except a mark, left a mark, is equivalent to like a coin, quarter, in his left side. Then Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam yakhbir, telling Umar that the time will come to meet a person, and he give him the description for his body and his condition, and he told him that he is so high ranking that if he swear by Allah for something, Allah give him right away. And then telling Umar, if you met him, ask him to make istighfar for you. Umar al-Faruq. Umar took this hadith, and every year in Hajj, he goes to Hajj, and he calling the group of Yemen. Among of you, Owais ibn Amir. Then they look at him and they said, no. The time of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then he come out in the time of Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, and he go to the Hajj and he said to the Yemen group, Afikum Uwais? They said to him, no, you asked us last year. Then comes the time of Umar radiallahu anhu al-Khilafah, when he become the Khalifa, when he become Amir al-Mu'mineen. Little bit closer to his death, before his death. And then he went back also to the Hajj, to Ahl al-Yemen. And he asked him the same question. Is among you Uwais ibn Amir? Then a man stand up and he said to him, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, you've been asking us, and you've been asking us, and this man that you're asking, he's not a value person. He's so poor and he's so low in his degree that, he's not worthy that you mention his name. And he is the son of my brother. Then Umar tell him, is he among of the Hujjaj? He said, yes, but we left him in Arafat We give him a task. We pay him money. Then he can take care of our mawashi, our like sheep. You know, like, because he's a low level, he's not in our ranking. Then Umar immediately took Ali radiallahu anh, and they ride their horse and they went to Arafat. The minute they arrive to the mountain, they find a man with a very ragged clothes, standing up in a status of a praying, looking in sujood. He looking in where he's going to make sujood. But when he noticed that there's people coming toward him, he make his salah short. And then he make taslim. And he looked at them. And Umar said to him, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Then the man said, Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. He said to him, who are you? He said to him, Ana Abdullah, Ibn Amatullah. I'm a servant of Allah, the son of a servant of Allah, the son of a mother of Allah, the servant of Allah. He said to him, I'm not asking you, we all of us, servant of Allah, and our father is a servant of Allah, and our mother is a servant of Allah. I want to know, who are you? He said to him, Ana Ajir, I'm a worker who's taking care of this animal. He said to him, I'm not asking you your qualification and your title. I am asking your name. He said to him, my name is Owais al Qarani. He said to him, did you have a disease, skin disease, that Allah cure you with it, from it? He said, yes. He said to him, it's have left a mark, it's equivalent to a quarter dirham. He said, yes. He said to him, let me see it. Then he revealed his side, left side, to show him. When Umar radiallahu anh and Ali radiallahu anh, he saw the mark, both of them saying, we want to jump in and kiss it. We find the one that we've been looking for years. We find the one who's so close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. لو أقسم على الله لأبر. If he raises his hand and asks anything from Allah, Allah will grant him. Then Umar said to him, by Allah, I ask you, make dua for me. Then the man said, Uwais said, I don't make dua for myself, like special dua for myself or individual. My dua is for the ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the life one of them and the death one for them. He doesn't make a khasatun dua. And then he said to him, by Allah, I'm asking, who are you? Who are you to asking all this question? Then Ali radiallahu anhu, he said to him, this is Amir al-Mu'mineen, Umar ibn al-Khattab, wa ana Ali. Then the man stand up and he hugged them both and he said, جزاكم الله عنا وعن المسلمين خيرا. May Allah reward you for what you did for us and for all the Muslimin. And he said, how dare I making dua for both of you? Who I am? Who I am to make dua for Umar and Ali? By Allah, I'm asking you what's going on. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروه إنه الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله وكفى والصلاة والسلام على المصطفى المبعوث رحمة للعالمين. Now we are standing in front of Umar wa Ali and Sayyid al-Tabi'een, the master of the Tabi'een, Uwais ibn Amir al Qarani from Yemen. Uwais questioning Umar radiallahu anh wa Ali radiallahu anh, asking a person like me who ragging clothes and a very teared apart shoes and ra'i ghanam, a dua for Khalifa and Ali radiallahu anh. Then he asked, by Allah, are you mocking me? What do you do? Then Umar said, Wallahi, by Allah, I heard Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, there will be a man from Ahl al-Yaman. He will come to you with the Yemen group for Hajj. If you find him, his mark is the mark of, cure from a skin disease, but he have left a mark as a quarter, and he have a mother that he was barun biha. This is the secret. If you met him, ask for dua from him and ask istighfar from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by his tongue. Then the man looked at him and he cried. And he said, might be another Owais. It might be somebody else, not me. He said to him, no, all the marks is you. You have a mother. He said, yes. Then he said to him, by Allah, ask the dua for me and Ali and ask the istighfar for us. Then Uwais raised his hand and make dua for Umar radiallahu an and Ali radiallahu an. Then Umar tell him, by Allah, I want to ask you something. You have a very ragged clothes, torn apart, and you have a very bad shoes. Let's meet tomorrow in the same spot. I'm going to go back to the Medina. I will meet you tomorrow. I'll bring money from my own money, and I'll bring you beautiful clothes, and I'll give you a ride wherever you go. Where are you going? He said, I'm going to Iraq. Then the man said to him, there is no meeting between me and you, Ya Khalifat al-Mu'mineen. There is no tomorrow between me and you. First of all, this clothes that you say is ragged clothes, I am not guaranteed to live to wear it. And this shoes that you saying it's tear apart, wallahi, I am not guaranteed to live and wear it until it tear totally. And he said to him, I have 4 dirham that I earn from watching these animals for my people. Wallahi, I am not guaranteed to live to spend it. Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, oh Amir al-Mu'mineen, الدنيا غرارة غرورة. The dunya is gharrara, the temptation in the dunya. And also, it will make you regret if you go after it. If you raise your neck, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, for tomorrow, you will wish to live to Friday. And if you wish to live to Friday, you look after a month. And if you wish to live for a month, you wish to live for a year, and then you're going to regret it. Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, I want to go, and I don't want anything. Then he said to him, let me write a letter to Iraq and tell them that you're going to arrive and they take care of you. He said to him, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, I want to be among of the poor people, not the rich people. I want to be isolated from this dunya. You stay here, I am leaving. Amir al-Mu'mineen kept crying and he said, I wish my mother didn't pour me. I wish that I'm not alive. Amir al-Mu'mineen, Khalifatu Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, regret that he is a living Amir because he recognized from Uwais ibn Amir what's mean dunya and what's mean life and what's mean temptation. Then he stand up, Uwais ibn Amir, and he left. And Umar and Ali looking at him until he left and he went far away. Now, the purpose behind this, ya ikhwan, that we learn few lessons. Few lessons that we have to learn from it. From Uwais, he said, Ya Ibn Hafs, he called Umar radiallahu anhu and he said to him, الدنيا غرارة غرورة زائلة فانية. زائلة فانية mean all this life that you see, it's only temptation. And it will betray you. The dunya will betray you. If it give you today, it will take it from you tomorrow. If you love something today, it will leave you tomorrow. And always when you wish for tomorrow, you're going to have a hope for a week. And if you get the hope for a week, you're going to plan for a month. And if you plan for a month, you're looking forward for a year. And then you're starting to plan for 5 years. And your ajal is closer than that. And your ajal, your death, is usually before your wish. Then Amir al-Mu'mineen recognized that. And we should recognize that in this khutbah. Now, I have to tell you that Uwais lived and served Ali radiallahu anhu, and he died as a martyr in the battle of Siffin. But he wasn't recognized among anybody. He kept himself hidden. Nobody recognized him. But we need to learn few lessons. If we get this few lessons, inshallah, wallahi, min mimbar Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, you get close to the title of, if you make dua, Allah will grant you. We all of us wish that what we ask, Allah can listen and give us that. Because Uwais wasn't Sahabi. He didn't took the title of the Sahabi, ya ikhwan. He wasn't titled as a companion of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but he was Sayyid al-Tabi'een because he lived the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but he didn't see him. You know why he didn't see him? Because he had a mother. And the mother was in need of him. And he was a servant of his mother. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tell Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, there is a man in Yemen that he loved you and loved me more than anything in the world. But what stopped him to come to you, Ya Muhammad, is his mother. And he was cured by the dua of himself to me, Ya Muhammad. And if he swear by anything, Ya Muhammad, I will give him. Why, Ya Rasulullah? Why, Ya Allah? Because he was barun liwalidatihi. You know what's al-birr, ya ikhwan? أن تكون بارا الأبرار في نعيم. And the highest ranking of birr أن تكون بارا لوالديك. أن تكون بارا لوالديك. Then we're going to learn the lessons. What is the lesson, ya ikhwan? First, that Uwais have a higher ranking of closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from this lesson. Because Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that. Second, it's a miracle of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that he didn't see Uwais, but he know who is Uwais and where he come from and what the sign of his body. Third, Umar radiallahu anhu, he was so humble. Who's so humble? He's a Khalifa, he's a Sahabi. He took the title of the 10 Mubasharina bil Jannah, but then he went and met a person who's a ragged clothes, who is not known, he's so poor, and he told him, make dua for me. Because Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that. He's obedient to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Fourth is very important thing. Whoever say it's a bid'ah, whoever say it's innovation to go to a one salih and tell him make istighfar for me. This is the proof that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam telling Umar, go to this man and ask him to make istighfar for you. With one condition, ya ikhwani, that you don't catch it on me and say that we want to go to everyone and sit there and give dua for you. You have to guarantee yourself that no fitna. You have to guarantee that you not be tempted with the person himself. You have to understand that he's higher ranking because he's a abid to Allah and he's humble. Because when Umar asked him, Ya Uwais, I will give you title, I will give you money, I will give you clothes, he said to him, I want to be unknown. I want to be hidden with the poor people. But now when we see somebody, give me money and give me this, I will make dua for you and it will be granted. This person, you kick him and tell him, go inside, I have nothing between me and Allah. I have go to Allah and make dua myself. You understand? But from this hadith we understand that the salihin, والتابعين وتابع تابعين is so close to Allah that we can ask Him for istighfar. We can ask Him to make dua for us. The last thing is, ya ikhwan, which is the most important thing right now in our topic. That's actually our topic today. Is birr al-walideen. What rise up Uwais is his respect and love to his mother. Look to our dunya right now, and look to our family right now, and look to our parents and our kids right now. The parent is calling me and ask me, they don't ask to their kids to serve them. They only asking for one thing, to reply to them, to don't cuss them, to don't raise their hand on them. Ya Allah. Wallahi law ya'lamu, if they know that the rida Allah min rida al-walideen, that the pleasing of Allah is pleasing your parents. You know, parent telling me that my kids, he is sitting in front of me watching TV and I'm calling 5 times and he's not even, turning his head to answer me. And if I tell him something, he flipped the table on me and tell me off. You keep asking me every day to do things. Ask my other brother or ask my sister. Why are you always asking me? Ya Allah, let him learn about Uwais. Uwais ibn Amir, that Allah give him so high ranking just because he loved Rasulullah ﷺ, but he couldn't leave his mother. He loved Rasulullah ﷺ, and if he met Rasulullah ﷺ, he will take the title of Sahaba. But he couldn't take the title because he couldn't leave his mother. Ya ikhwan, if you want the barakah in your life, and if you want the izzah of your life, go and serve your mother and your father with humble and respect. Serve them with humble and respect, and you recognize that to please them is pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The ulama, Ibn Abbas radiallahu anh, he said 3 things in the Quran comes together, 3 ayat. They will not fulfill if you don't do them together. Again, 3 ayat in the Quran, if you don't do them together, it will not work. First, أطيعوا الله وأطيعوا الرسول. Obedient to Allah and obedient to Rasulullah. That's the first one. Then condition. You don't tell me that I'm going to obey Allah, but I'm not going to obey Rasulullah. It will not work. Second, وَأَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةِ وَآتُوا الزَّكَاةِ. Then make iqamat as-salah. And then when I ask you to give 2.5%, don't tell me, you know what, I used to give it to Rasulullah ﷺ. Now, there is a tax. I have to pay tax to Sam, and then I have to pay tax to the masjid. Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu anh, he fight the Muslimin because they said we're not going to pay the zakah anymore. Hurub al-Ridda. Third, ya ikhwani, last one. And ashkur li wa li walidayka ilayya. To thank Allah, and then you thank your parent, ya ikhwan. This is the 3 ayat that they will not fulfill their need except if you get them together. تشكر الله واشكر الوالدين. You understand? If you want the ni'mah in this dunya, ya ikhwan, you will find it under the foot of the mother. Then if you left her because your wife, or if you left her because your kids, or you left her because the money, wallahi, the 3 of them will not be there for you. You understand? Then what about if they are not alive? They passed away. Go to their qabr if they are here. Or raise your hand and make dua for them and istighfar. Or read the Quran and dedicate this to Quran to their soul, ya ikhwan. Then Allah give you the barakah, inshaAllah.